We have that 30% of all Americans believe in alien life forms, and you're going to select 60 people at random. We want to know the probability that between 30 and 40% of those selected believe in aliens. To start off with, we have some information about the population of Americans, and that's that 30% believe in aliens. So our population proportion, P, is equal to 0.3. We're looking at a sample of 60 people from the population, so N is equal to 60. It can be checked that N times P and N times 1 minus P are both greater than 10, and in this case our sample proportion is normal. What we're looking at then is the probability out of those selected, so out of our sample, that we're between 30 and 40%. So we're looking at a probability associated with our sample proportion, which we call P hat. We want to know the probabilities between 0.4 and 0.3. So since p hat is normal, we can turn it into a z to look up our probability in the table. That's done by subtracting the mean, which is equal to p for the proportion problems. So we're going to take all of our values and subtract 0.3. And then we divide by our standard error, which for the proportion problems is the square root of p, 0.3, times 1 minus p over the sample size. So we will do this to every term. And what we're going to be left with then is a z in the middle. And we can calculate each of these numbers. The first one, since we're taking 0.3 minus 0.3 in the numerator, is 0, and the second number is 1.69. So we want to find the probability of being between 0 and 1.69 for a standard normal, which can be found by taking the probability z is less than the larger number minus the probability z is less than the smaller number, which is 0. So we will go look for 1.69 in our table. The 0.9 column is the very last column, so we will look for 1.6 with the very last column. And we get a probability of 0.9545. The probability of being less than 0 is exactly 0.5, since a normal distribution is symmetric about 0. So we get a total probability of 0.4545.